Okay, so let's get this started. I tried to record it before, but the whole thing just was a complete mess. Okay, so what we're gonna start off doing is we'll go through a landing page template formula that I've created, and the one that I use with all of my clients and every project that I do, basically. And then I'll go through your current website. Then I'll go through. Then I'll go through the version where I've kind of made some changes, and I'll walk you through the changes. Okay, so the first thing, which is this is the kind of the blueprint that I use, and it's always evolving, always changing. I'm just gonna take my headphones off and do that. Okay, so it starts off with the logo, clear logo, obviously on the top left. Call to action button on the top right. You have no other buttons over here. So let me go over here. Features, right. Maybe you could keep these here. You could find a way to optimize this, because you really just want to have one thing over here. But I guess these are linking to internal links, so it doesn't matter. So here's your powerful headline. It's meant to be a clear value proposition. This is a, I'm going to just change this. This is a concise. Oh, am I dyslexic? No, let's see over here. This is a concise value prop headline. So it needs to be extremely clear and concise as to what your value proposition is. What's the big benefit? What do you do exactly? In less than, ideally less than 5 words, because people are going to go onto your website and see, like, okay, what are these people doing? What's the point of this entire thing? Is this going to help me do what I need to do? And by doing that, they make the decision as to whether they should scroll down or bounce. So this is why it's extremely important. And the whole, like, it's a split-second reaction when we're talking about it on a psychological point, on a psychological level. This whole above the fold section is essentially a summary. It's a summary. It's a snapshot of like your entire company. So every little thing above this fold needs to be on point and highly optimized to make the whole cognitive process of understanding what your brand is about or what you offer in less than a split second. So there's a lot of people who go around saying that the that the visitor has 2-3 seconds before they decide. No, that's not what happens. It's literally split seconds. People say don't judge a book by its cover, but it's exactly what we do as humans. As soon as someone walks into a room, we can feel the energy change or the atmosphere change within a split second. And the same thing goes with above the fold on your landing page. This needs to be on point. So the call to action, this is a variable thing that you can test. You can split test different colors, different shapes, different hover states, different text, whether or not you have an emoji or an icon. Again, this is meant to be your concise value proposition headline, and then this subtitle is explaining the headline a little better. We'll go over here and we'll kind of explore it over here. This, ideally, if you want to genuinely optimize your landing page and to perfect it, you want a 30 to 60 second value video explainer or explainer video. So that's a short video which summarizes your entire landing page's contents, the whole sales pitch, the elevator pitch, if you will, in a 30 to second video. If you can't do that, pick your best screenshot, or you can create like a collection of 3 screenshots maybe that explains exactly what your product does, so it's instantly clear as to what you do and what your product does. And then these are going to be your social proofs. If you don't have any testimonials, actually screw that. This is going to be, it's meant to be the various logos of the companies that you work with. So you're basically stealing some social proof. Stealing not in a bad way, but you're borrowing. Yeah, we'll call it borrowing. So if people see that you're working with Shopify or Wix, it's like, okay, this it further qualifies them. Because when people go on the website, they're already self-qualifying. Is this thing for me? Is this product for me? Let me see. Jeez. This soup had way too much pepper. Okay, so then we scroll down and we need to find out the top 3 benefits. You kind of do this, kind of. I see what you're doing. But you have 2. We generally want 3 benefits. And then after the benefits, then the features, and then how it works exactly. You have to have a maximum of 3 steps. So we want your 3-step process from visitor to paying customer. Once you've explained how it works, you want to compare yourself to the competitors or other solutions. So you want to talk about your advantages over the competition. What I usually do is I have my one on one side and make it bigger and highlighted, maybe in green, and then compare it to the smaller red competitors or other solutions. Then you want to add your testimonials, your final call to action with a scarcity or an urgency progress bar or a countdown, your final 3 benefits, and it could be a summary of all your benefits and features over here, and then your pricing over here in the footer. Okay, so now you know the general layout. So just quickly go over it. You're above the fold, your benefits always at the top, then features, then how it all works, and then the advantages over the competitors and other solutions. So you're saving them time from having to Google it themselves. You know, you just put it out there. It improves trustworthiness because you're willing to show that you have competitors, and you're willing to show that you're better than them objectively through a comparative list of features or benefits. Social proof again, testimonials, real people, urgency through the countdown timer, and then your pricing over here. So this is good. I like this. I really like the UI you've created over here. But yeah, I really like it. I love the emojis. I love the whole style of it. It's very fresh and modern. And I like this too. I'll probably use this. So you want to have your first benefit over here. And this over here, this link should link to a page where you talk about this particular benefit in greater detail and have more screenshots on this particular benefit. It's better for your data analytics because you can measure how many people visit that particular page versus the other benefits, so you know that one benefit is has more value or is more effective than other ones. So you want to do that. Then make these images the same size. Another benefit, another link to explain this benefit. Oh shit, did I? Oh no, we're all good. This links to a page where you talk about this benefit further. Again, we want one more, so copy this row and then enter it here. So you have 3 benefits, and then you can use this to write down all your features over here. You can have 4 features or however many features you have. You want to put them in here to separate it from the benefits. And then we want to talk about how it works. You can explain how the AI works, or you can explain how the process of the user goes from a visitor to a free trial user or a paying customer. And then you want to talk about the advantages, like we talked about. Do a little table like this, testimonials, final call, and then you want to have your pricing. This should definitely be in here, if anything. Yeah, this should be over here for sure. Remove the background, or make it like grayish white or something. Put it over here, and have maybe a small description or piece of text or video saying, you know, fill it in. Cool. So I want to do a quick before and after. This was literally just 5 minutes of me just thinking of what I could think of and just dumping it onto the page. So what does PageDart do? It boosts your revenue or user engagement or whatever it is, the main KPI, primary thing that you're changing. Improve or boost this KPI with what? Your product, which is AI search. Okay, so this is exactly what people want to know within a couple of seconds of visiting your page. Image over here, I couldn't, well, I could change it, but you could change it to the explainer video that we spoke about over here, right? The 30 to 60 second explainer video. If not, a screenshot of your product in action, or maybe even a GIF. A GIF probably goes from, in terms of effectiveness and what's ideal, the explainer video, and then the GIF, and then the still image screenshot. This guy could be you, I'm not sure, but he has nothing to do with what AI search is. People want to see what they're buying straight away, right? This puts me off from understanding what this entire product is. Okay, so then PageDart supercharges user engagement with personalized. This further breaks down what this is. So boost your revenue, that's the main benefit with your product, which is AI search. Okay, so what's AI search? Let's explain it over here. Oh, okay. So I want to boost my revenue with this. I know a bit more about this. Let's get started. Oh, it's free. Okay, cool. Click on it. Or if they want to know more, they go down. I would again, ideally, in terms of visual balance and harmony, you're using like a logo here, a logo, and then a long text over here. I would just remove commas and keep the woo speech bubble only because it's more balanced. Or you could use the actual text logos. I would remove this stuff as well. No, works with it on your platform. You could test it, but I would just get rid of it and push it up slightly further over here, because people would just, you can let them imply what that means. Again, just split test it, but I would probably remove it in terms of design. Okay, so then when you break down this is the main KPI that you're improving. That's why it's above the fold. So then you think about the 3 sub KPIs that play into or affect the revenue. So user engagement, just ignore this panel over here. User engagement is one of the main ones. So this is going to be a benefit, right? Increases use. 1 second. Alright, cool. So increases user engagement. You talk about why or how user engagement affects the revenue. This is cool. Like I said, I love this. This needs to lead into a page talking about this particular benefit, the user engagement. When you scroll down, conversion rate is going to play a part into revenue. So we talk about that. This leads to a page talking about conversion rate. This image needs to be the same size as this. Yeah. So then you have 3 of them. This would obviously go below this row over here. And then you want to talk about the features. So over here, you want the features in this section. This is pretty cool. And you also want a call to action. A call to action to the bottom part over here. In this section over here. So feature, call to action. These links again are not to the call to action, but they're to dedicated pages on each of these benefits. Scroll down. Remember, you talk about how it works, advantages, testimonials, final call, and then you want to have the payment. Over here you wrote simple pricing. I mean, pricing it has to be simple. That's a given. What you could do is talk about describe the benefit of the way that you set up your pricing. So an example would be pay as you grow. So pricing that grows with you, so you're never paying for searches you don't use. That could be a KPI, because people don't want to be spending overspending for a particular service. They want to just pay for what they're getting. So you describe what's so amazing about your pricing. Then over here you've said level 1, level 2, bespoke. Generally you don't want to waste, like, what's the point when you ask yourself what's the point of level 1? There's no point. Whereas over here, if you describe it by saying starting or growing or enterprise, it's another piece of data that your visitor can use to self-qualify. So for example, if they're starting, they know, okay, this package is probably going to be the best value for me. Or if they're growing, then they're going to resonate more with this package. Or if they're enterprise, they know not to use these, and they could probably contact you for a better deal. And over here, I wouldn't write price, I'd write contact, because that's what you want them to do. Sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. Nope, you want to change these. So if you're doing the whole free trial, which I strongly suggest you do, to be honest, because the more people that you have, the more data points you can use to optimize your product. So you want to start, this one over here, I didn't really change it, but you want to remove the background of this button and just keep a thick border. And the same goes for this one. You want just the border and no background. And then this one, you want the background, because this is the main one you want them to go for. So you have to guide their eyes. And then, like I said, this section over here goes into this part over here. Everything else is pretty good. I'd probably add a chat bot over here, maybe a mini chat bot. And I also noticed you don't have a Facebook pixel, which is probably something you should add later on. All in all, it's pretty good. If you want this, I could save it as a PNG and share it to you if you want. But yep, hopefully you've found some helpful points in this, helps you improve your conversion rates. If it does, let me know. I'd love to hear if it made an impact.